Finally, I think I found my calling. My calling is in spreading homeopathy and helping patients and teaching the right form. I think I'm born to do that. I think this lockdown helped me a lot to find this calling. I suffered a lot, but maybe like serendipity, I found my calling. Okay, so let's come to different types of tuberculinum. So what are the different types of tuberculinum? There are many types of tuberculinum. We think of only one or two tuberculinum, but there are many different types of tuberculinum. So there are 26 different types of tuberculinum, but I'm going to tell you some very important ones that I use in my practice. So maybe you will get a little bit of an idea, and maybe you will use them sometimes, if not often, in your practice. So one of the first remedy, Bacillinum testium. It's prepared from human tuberculous testes. Main indication, bedwetting in children, and preparation was done by Burnett, and it has direct indication in lower half of the body than pulmonary bacillinum. So that's why maybe even for ringworm of the lower feet you can think about this. Aversion to bread, egg, teas, tomatoes, desire for chocolate, fried fish and sweets, and especially in children with recurrent cold and cough, picking of the nose, boring in nose in children. Bacillinum testium. I've spoken about this remedy a lot, Tuberculinum aviare avis. This is a very important remedy in COVID cases. When during and after COVID there's a lot of weakness and cough remains and you're not sure about anything else, think about Tuberculinum aviare 30 or 201 dose. And especially children with a lot of cold and cough, wheezing remaining when tuberculinum fails, think about Tuberculinum aviare. I used it sometimes. Desire for roasted meat. Remember, this is a tuberculinum prepared from chicken tuberculosis, especially with Cartier and other homeopaths. Past history of recurrent illness also, you should think about it. And I've also seen these children to be very restless, typical like tuberculinum. Tuberculinum denis. Okay, this is also a very important remedy, especially from Belgium, mainly for hormonal states. Typically for people who are very obese, eat too much, and sudden attacks of depression and digestive trouble and low blood pressure. Think about this. Some more symptom like fever by slightest least fever, and also chest pains, sudden chest pain with fiery red lips which remind you of Ocimum sanctum and Morgan Pure. Tuberculum residuum of Koch's, very important for joints, so for fibrous tissue and fibrochondria, osteomesenchymatic sclerosis, which means like for joint pains where fibrotic muscle. A little bit when you think about ruta, contractions of joint like this, causticum, think about it. Typically for Dupuytren's contracture. Crack on the external third of the lips and dry crack lips typically. Rheumatism, think about rheumatism better by stretching. Tuberculum marmoric, very important remedy prepared by a French bacteriologist, Marmoric, from serum of horses injected with successive doses. Horses were treated with streptococcus recovered from sputum of tuberculum patients. So that's why for infections, think about Tuberculinum marmoric. Even for children who are anorexic, otitis, lean, nervous, think about this. Tuberculinum Koch's acts at thyroid gland, very lean, who want to move, cracks, BP is low, HB is low, and aversion to food, especially sweets. Think about Tuberculinum Koch's. Nocturnal enuresis also, and dreams of sitting on toilet, being devoured by fish also, this remedy. Dreams of flying, dreams of pigs also here. Finally, one of the last remedies, and I learned this remedy from Dr. Sarkar. I don't know any other homeopath who used this remedy. One of the specific for renal failure with tubercular miasm, acute and chronic parenchymal nephritis and pneumonia, but very important for renal with tubercular past history. So I hope you got a little bit of idea about these remedies.